We do have an agenda in front of us that we kind of started on yesterday, and I would be looking for someone to move the agenda. Any takers? Go ahead, Councillor Hanson.
I would like to move the council approve the agenda for the inaugural organizational meeting.
Thank you. Were there any questions on our agenda? Seeing none, I would ask for all those in favor of the agenda. And that's carried unanimously. So at this time, I was asking Ms. Rodwell, because we do have the closed session scheduled to discuss the public member appointments. We can do that if council would like, or we can move that to later in the meeting when we're going to discuss those appointments. So if council's okay with it, we would just move on to 6.1 and come back to the closed session so that it's kind of fresh when we get to that spot. I'm seeing nods around the table. So 6.1, Ms. Rodwell. Or Ms. Hankey.
Thank you, Mayor. Through the CAO to Mayor and Council. This is your schedule for Deputy Mayor for 2026 and the balance of 2025. The meeting procedure bylaw 2022-24 establishes that at the first organizational meeting, the agenda will include the selection of the Deputy Mayor on a 2-month rotation basis. So we have, in discussions with Mayor Ramsey, have produced the schedule on a 2-month rotation, and it is in your report.
Thank you for that. Is there any questions on the Deputy Mayor schedule? Not seeing any. Yeah, so I guess I would be looking for someone to move the Deputy Mayor schedule. Or do we need a motion for that? Yeah, okay, perfect. Councillor DePalm.
So I would move that council approve the 2025 to 2026 Deputy Mayor schedule as proposed according to the chart below.
Thank you. Any comments on the Deputy Mayor schedule? Seeing no hands. Again, we kind of picked an order and just went with it. If you do have a conflict or something comes up when it is going to be your turn, if you can give us some heads up, we can of course make adjustments as we go through. So with that, I would ask for all those in favor of the Deputy Mayor schedule. And again, carried unanimously. Moving right along to 6.2, our council meeting schedule for 2026.
Thank you, Mayor Ramsey. Through the CAO to Mayor and Council. In accordance with the MGA, Council at a meeting of which all councillors are present may decide to hold a regularly scheduled meeting on specific dates, times, and places. We have the balance of 2025 has already been approved, so we are looking at setting the schedule for 2026, and the chart once again is in your report.
Thank you, and we also had it in a little more detail in the orientation package as well. Were there any questions on the regular meeting schedule? Councillor Hanson?
I guess the only thing that I noticed that there was a few dates missing in March for meetings. March 14th is something that should have lined up for a meeting, and I'm just wondering why there's nothing on those dates.
Thank you. Through the CAO to Mayor and Council, you are scheduled for RMA on those dates, so there would be no meeting scheduled for then.
Perfect. Any other questions? Seeing none, would someone like to make a motion for our meeting schedule? Councillor Rihanna Hanson.
I move to approve the recommended recommendation as outlined in the agenda.
Thank you. Now that we have a motion on the floor, is there any comments? Seeing none, I would ask for all those in favor of the meeting schedule. And that is everyone. And we are cruising through our first meeting. Committee appointments, 6.3.
Thank you, Mayor. Through the CAO to Mayor and Council, in compliance with our committee member appointments, council members have been consulted with the Mayor prior to this meeting, and the Mayor has appointed council members to committees. We have attached a chart in the report I do believe in discussions with Mayor Ramsey. There is one correction to the Innisfail seed plant, and that is to remove Mayor Ramsey from that appointment.
Yeah, and so that would actually be Councillor Gerard that I had put on there. So hopefully you're okay with that. Were there, I guess we could start. Is there any questions on the committee appointments? Seeing none. Yeah, I think it was pretty straightforward. I tried to work with what was sent to me by the council members and try and get you on some committees that matched your interests, but also keeping in mind that we kind of need to balance the workload amongst councillors too. So that was part of that challenge. And I don't think there were anything specific to mention. If you have questions afterwards about some of the appointments or, what the status of the committee that you're being appointed to, you can certainly ask myself. I know some of the other committees, we can do a little bit of a mini orientation with the members that get put on there. I know for Ag Service Board and Alice, because those are managed by our staff, but some of the other ones too, I think some of our staff are involved with and could certainly help get you up to speed on where those committees are at. So I would be looking for a motion for the committee appointments. Councillor Gerard.
I motion to approve the committee appointments.
Thank you. Now that we have a motion on the floor, were there any comments on the committee appointments? Councillor DePalm?
Yeah, I guess I just have one question going forward. Are we always going to stay on the Innisfail seed cleaning plant? Because really, I guess it's just a question.
Yeah,
Like
no.
going forward, like it's really not part of, I know way back when it was, but it's like the province doesn't participate in it at all anymore, and it's all pretty much privately funded. So just question.
Yeah, I would agree. And further to Councillor DePalm's point, one thing the previous council did was a lot of work on some of those external committee appointments. And I would certainly ask, as you're sitting around those tables to bring your feedback, if you're finding value in some of those roles, because our time is valuable and there are other committees in that we could put people on as well. So, I certainly think those external ones are important to be critical of, whether we should be there or not. And I completely agree with you on the seed plant. The reason, so previously we had 2 members on the seed plant, and they updated their articles to go down to 1. And I completely agree. I'm hoping by this time next year, maybe we're to none appointed, but we did give them a grant, and they are currently in the process of building a new seed plant, and kind of a bit of their business model and stuff is dependent on the success of that. So that's why I felt it was critical to keep a member there this time. But I think as that project wraps up and they get established, I definitely agree we would hopefully move off of that appointment. Mr. Herzberg, did you have anything further to add?
Just for council's awareness, to the mayor and council, historical context across the jurisdictions do vary a little bit too. I think of like Camrose County, where their involvement has, through the history of sort of how they built and where they built, they probably will be active in their seed cleaning longer than we might need to. Ponoka County used to have the seed cleaning plant right on their own land, so there became other reasons for them to be involved. And I think historically it's accurate to say that the actual act of doing the cleaning and all that is less of the old cooperative approach around here, and it's more kind of private sector business in some respects. So I don't believe there's any legal or legislative requirement at all. I would confirm what the mayor is stating is probably a good way to look at it. Does it make sense in the long run? It probably does make sense right now, but it may not make sense after they're done with their build and they're sort of up and running. I always would encourage council to be mindful of whether the committee appointments are really serving the purpose for the county, or whether there's another way to be involved with that organization.
Anyone else? Looking around the table, no. The only other thing too, I should have corrected a bit soon. The Alice PAC, Alternative Land Use Partnership. we still have it listed as one council member and one alternative, or alternate member, but we did update that terms of reference recently, so it is actually 2 members of council on there. So the 2 that are appointed would attend all the meetings. Okay, so with that, I will call a question. All those in favor of the committee appointments? And that's everyone. Okay. Ms. Rodwell, for the 6.4, should we go into closed prior to seeing the report? Okay. So with that, we would need a motion to go into closed session. Councilor Brewster?
I'll make a motion. I move that we go into closed session for the appointments of public members.
Perfect. Any questions on that? Seeing none, all those in favor? Thank you. And I assume we just need a minute to There was one thing that come up, or I guess I should wait till we're fully in the open again. Sorry. Okay, awesome. Thank you. So one thing that come up during the break was for item 6.2, our council meeting schedule, we did not identify the org meeting. I believe that would be October 27th would be the date we'd be looking at that for. So if council's amenable, I don't think we need a motion to designate that as the org meeting.
No, it's in alignment with the MGA, but we would like to update it in the resolution just to make sure it was clear to the public.
So if we're okay with having that identified as the org meeting, then we will just October 27th. And I'm seeing no one opposed to that. So Ms. Hankey, if you're ready with those public appointments, we can carry on to 6.4.
Well, thank you, Mayor Ramsey. Through the CAO to Mayor and Council, we have appointed 2 individuals for ASB, Allison Amater and Mark Christian. For the Red Deer and District Family and Community Support Services, we have appointed Carol Kine. SDAB is Jennifer Voss. ISDAB is Alexander Peters and Jennifer Voss. The Red Deer Regional Airport Authority will be re-advertised, and CAPE will also be re-advertised. We will be updating the chart that was in the agenda. We will be reposting that for citizens to view later today or in the morning.
Perfect. So we need a motion to accept that. Thank you. Anyone willing to? Councilor Brewster?
I move to make the public member appointments to all the boards and committees.
Thank you. Any comments on that now that we have a motion on the floor? Seeing none, I would ask for all those in favor. It's carried unanimously, and we need one more motion for this meeting. Councilor DePalm.
I would adjourn our org meeting at 10:19.
All those in favor of adjournment? And that's everyone. So I think we can carry into, no. We gotta reset the video streams now. Okay, but we're gonna do our council meeting next? Okay, so you just need a couple minutes.